Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Dancing Palette with Chef Paul. Food is love. Love is memories. Today, we're remembering my grandfather, an incredible chef. Came to this country with basically nothing, had his restaurant, did everything. But despite all of his struggles, one of the greatest things was me spending time with him. And even as a little kid, going ahead and working with him in the kitchen, even if it was just mashing up some garlic or whatever it would be. And one of the greatest dishes he always used to make is in Spanish, arroz con pollo, chicken and rice. But today, I'm gonna take his dish and we're gonna incorporate it with a dish that is very, very famous here in Miami. But I've traveled the country and I've asked people about it, and a lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about, and it's called Imperial rice. It is still chicken and rice, but with a little bit of a twist to it, and more than anything else, it's like a Hispanic lasagna. And we're gonna go ahead and make that today. So what we've done is, before we started the camera, we have started sauteing peppers and onions. That's gonna take you maybe about half hour, 45 minutes. You wanna get them nice and soft. We also went ahead and got leg quarters. We went ahead and got leg quarters. And we've gone ahead and we've taken our chicken and we've parboiled it. And before Uncle Roger starts saying, "You have not cooked the chicken correctly," we are going to throw this in a pan, and we're gonna finish it off in there. We're gonna finish shredding it off. And why do I like using leg quarters? You can use breast meat, that's perfectly fine. However, dark meat holds a lot more flavor. It's a lot juicier, doesn't dry out as fast. And that's part of the reason why we went ahead and did not finish it off altogether, because we are going to throw this in a pan to finish it off and get it ready. What is arroz imperial? What is imperial rice? Imperial rice, like I said, it's like a Hispanic lasagna. Instead of using pasta, you're going to use rice, and it's going to be a seasoned yellow rice, which we're going to start making in just a second. And with that, what we do is you get a layer down of that, then chicken, then along with these sauteed peppers and onions, add that in, then put another layer of rice, layer of Munster cheese, layer of mayonnaise. I know people are going, mayonnaise, trust me, it adds gooey goodness. So let's get this baby started. We got 2 cups of rice. We're gonna take it, we're gonna drop it on in, okay? We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get our water. I like doing a 2-to-1 ratio. If you wanted to make it what is known in Spanish as a la chorrera, and for those that obviously don't speak Spanish, a la chorrera means that it's wet. It's a wet rice, it's a sticky rice. You don't have to do it. You can make it dry, you can do it for this dish, it's totally up to you. Remember, we're adding Munster cheese, we're adding the mayo, all of that stuff, all that baby's gonna sit together, and you're gonna sit there and go, oh baby, it's so good. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add seasoning to it. I like using sazon completa. You can get it from different vendors. Go ahead, add it to your rice, okay? Because I don't know where you get your rice, and I don't know where you get your meat, but it sure as hell don't come seasoned. So you need to make sure you season it. So we're gonna go ahead also, I like using this specific one, it's from a specific vendor, but it adds saffron into the dish, which also gives you a little bit more flavor to it and stuff like that. So we're gonna add to that. Now the rice that we're creating is a yellow rice. So you're also gonna need a little bit of food coloring. Some people like it to be neon. Some people like it to be light. Up to you. So, we're going to go ahead, let's get this going. My boy Chris, how do we like it? Neon or do we like it light?
I love color, but the flavor is what counts.
That'll work, my friend. So come on over, let's take a shot over here of what we're doing. We've already added our seasoning. We've added the sazon completa, we've added the rice. We've got our stove top going. We're gonna go ahead, stir this up. That's a beautiful color. We're gonna get this beautiful yellow color in on the rice. And when we come back, we're gonna get the chicken on the stove, and we're gonna keep moving. God bless, love. Here we go. Folks, we are back, and while you were gone, we've taken that shredded chicken that we were doing earlier. We've dropped it in a pan. Now I'm gonna show you how to season this, but before that, we gotta check out this rice. As my boy Chris comes around the corner, he's over here looking, oh, look at that baby. that is, Chris is shaking his head going, he can't wait to try this. We're gonna go ahead and cover this up. We're gonna drop the temp just a little bit. Now that you got it at a boil, okay, drop it down. My boy Emerald used to always say, never jack it to the moon. There's a medium gauge on your, on the knob. Follow that. Might not be his exact words. Emerald, if you decide to watch the show, decide to follow, I love your restaurant. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna season our chicken up. Now when we cooked this, when we boiled it, we created our chicken stock, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit more, I start off with a little bit of water and stuff. We're gonna add a little bit of the chicken stock that we created to our rice, just a little bit more. And what that is all that wonderful leg quarters that we cooked. We went ahead and saved it, and guys, seriously, this is liquid gold. Why go to the store and pay a boatload of money? If you've already boiled your chicken, you already done your stuff, saved your bones, done whatever you gotta do. Do this, put it in a nice container, you can freeze it, you can put it in the refrigerator, use it. Don't cook rice just with water. Use chicken stock, more flavor. Flavor's love. It's all about the love. So, let's keep moving along. We got our chicken is in. We've got it in our pan. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add sazon completa, or complete seasoning, and for those of my English viewers, and some smoked paprika. Go ahead, add that in. That's gonna give us some wonderful color. If it doesn't come out as fast as you want, it never comes out fast enough. You're gonna go ahead, add that baby in. Add your complete seasoning in. Now, if you've noticed, I have not added salt. Why? Very easy. Complete seasoning already has the salt. You don't want to. You can always add, you can't subtract. If you start adding salt and pepper onto it right now, it already has salt and pepper in here. You can always add a little bit more, a little pinch here, a little pinch there. But you start adding way too much, oh baby, come on. You want to ruin a meal? You want people to look at you and go, what you doing? No, we need to make sure that this is perfectly right. Then, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some minced garlic. I will tell you right now, you add as much garlic as you want. I love garlic. I love the taste of garlic. I think it's love. We're gonna be checking in on our rice. We're checking in on our kitchen, and soon after that, fried sweet plantains. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Our rice is done. Our chicken is done. Peppers and onions are done. Now it's time to build, baby. Oh, you're gonna love this one. So what we're gonna start off doing is we're gonna lay down a layer of our wonderful rice. I'm using a deep pan. You're gonna go ahead and smooth that baby out. I said, it's like a lasagna. You can make it as thick as you want, as small, as light as you want. It just totally depends on you. So what we've done is now we're going to go ahead, take some of these wonderful sauteed peppers and onions. We're going to lay that down as a base right across. Going around what we got here. And we're only going to make it 2 layers higher. It's not going to be super high for today. I only got a few of the guys here today. They're going to take a bunch of this stuff home, but you know, whatever. It's all good. We go ahead, grab some chicken where we had in that smoked paprika. You're going to layer it down, create a wonderful layer. Now, what I'm about to do is not traditional. Then again, I'm not traditional. So, what we're going to simply do is, we're going to go ahead, because I like that gooey goodness. We're going to take some Munster cheese. We're going to lay down a layer of that cheese right over there, over that chicken, over that layer. Make sure we don't get paper. That stuff doesn't taste good. See, paper wants to be part of the food. It loves it so much. It wants to just join on in with it. Now it's funny, we got over here, and we can shoot on over. Adrian is right behind us. He's over here for the first time. He's waiting to eat this. He's been saying, I'm here to wash dishes. I'm here to help clean up. He's our grunt worker for the day. And he's sitting there going, when is this going to be done? I want to eat, man. Let's go. So, we're going to work as fast as we can, Adrian, I promise. Now, this is done a little bit in reverse, but I like doing it this way. And some people may look at me and go, why are you doing this? You gotta take some mayonnaise. You gotta do a smother layer. Adds moisture. Adds gooiness. And more importantly, adds love, baby. We're gonna do that right just like that. Then, you're gonna leave that right there because you're gonna come back to it in just a second. We're gonna do another layer of rice. Go ahead, get that right on in. Oh, baby. You get rid of the bay leaves. And it's funny because if you were in New Orleans, if you caught the bay leaf or you caught the baby in one of the desserts, it was always considered to be good luck. Bay leaves are good to add flavor, but no good to eat. So we're going to go ahead and drop that in. I'm gonna need a moment, folks. That smell, knowing what this is gonna taste like, it'll be so good. Here we go. Let's finish this baby up, because after that, you're going to do a traditional side dish for this, which is gonna be fried sweet plantains. So, rice is done. Drop that off in the sink, wash your hands. As I said before, always wash your hands. It's always necessary. Nobody wants your germs, man. Come on, let's be serious. So, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add, and you can do it in either order, but this time we're gonna do chicken. Spread that baby out. Oh, look at all those juices. If we keep this up, we're gonna need an OnlyFans page. Oh, good Lord, baby, this is ridiculous. Take that, put that in the sink. Let's get our last of our peppers and onions right on top. Spread those babies out all over that. Oh. You know what, I'm thinking about it. We might actually do need an OnlyFans page. Dancing pellet cooking. Oh, baby, this is sexy as hell. Now, we're gonna finish this baby up real quick. We're gonna do one more layer, that little bit of that mayonnaise right over the top. And I already know there's gonna be people in South Florida. That's not how you make it. Didn't I already tell you once before? It's my menu, it's my recipe, it's your recipe. Do it the way you want to do it. The way I used to tell my students, and Chris back here is about to shake his head when I say this. Chris, I always used to say, screw them if they can't take a joke. So, this is what we're gonna do. Add a little bit of that mayonnaise on there. Now, before somebody says, why mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is nothing but eggs and olive oil, okay? It's adding that fat, that goodness into the food, okay? I know we think about mayonnaise only for sandwiches. It doesn't have to be. You can use it for cooking, okay? There isn't a law that you can't use mayonnaise for cooking. Now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna load this baby up with Munster cheese right over the top. We're gonna create that ooey gooey goodness. This time we're gonna do a double layer right on top. Thank God these papers are falling off. Guess they don't want to go in the oven. They don't want to get heated. They're falling off, which is a great thing. Got some more right over here. Now we've gone ahead and preheated our oven to 500 degrees. This doesn't need to cook. This needs to melt. We want to get that stuff all nice and melted up inside. So I've jacked it up. Can you broil it? Yeah, you can broil it. If you want to keep an eye on it for an extended period, keep an eye on it, you perfectly can. I'm going to do that since I'm going to start my other dish. I don't want to worry about it burning, so I'm putting it on 500 degrees. And it's only going to be in there for a few minutes, but what we're about to do is only going to take a few minutes. So, we're dropping in that Imperial rice right in the oven. Let that baby go. And let's get started with our fried plantains. We've had, for 375, our fryer going. Now, a lot of people will look at this and say it's not a good banana, it's not a good plantain. Most people don't know about plantains. You have two types that you're going to look at. Number one is the green plantain, which when we do an episode in a couple of weeks, we're going to be using those, so you'll see how we use those. Those are cooked differently. The other one is the sweet plantain. All that blackness? Oh baby, that's goodness. That's exactly what you want. It just brings out the sweetness. It brings out the sugar inside that wonderful plantain. So, go ahead. We're going to slice this baby up. We're going to peel it off. Oh, it's so soft. It's so delicate. It's absolutely beautiful. You know what? I'm in the mood to make a second one. I'm in the mood to make both. These things look gorgeous. Cut that up. And I want you to notice, and Chris, you can come on in. You see those little wonderful soft spots, okay? You have some parts that are still a little bit hard, some parts that are a little bit soft. That's what's going to do it. It's that soft spot that creates those wonderful sugars that when you fry these babies up, makes you go, hot damn! So, we're gonna go ahead, let's toss this stuff out. You're gonna do a quick slice on these, do them on an angle. Now, if you don't want to go ahead and do this on your own, which is perfectly fine, as I said to you before, I'm here to make life simple. There's a lot of stores, if you're in Florida Publix, in other parts of the country, you go to the Hispanic section, in the freezer section, you can find these already pre-cooked, and all you gotta do is warm them up. Does it make a difference? No, it's a freaking plantain. It tastes the same, you're gonna enjoy it regardless. I like making my own just because I need to fill up time at the cooking show, so I'm gonna make it on my own. So no, we're gonna go ahead and drop these babies right on into the fryer. We're gonna do these in 2 batches. And when we come back, these plantains are gonna be ready. Our rice is gonna be ready. We're gonna plate this baby up, and we are going to eat like kings. Oh, baby. Oh, we've taken this thing out of the oven. Our plantains are fried up. Chris, you've seen this. I gotta show you folks this, baby. Look at that ooey gooey goodness. We broiled it off right to finish it off right on top. Looks just like a lasagna, right? Oh, baby, but it's rice and chicken and all that wonderful stuff that we're gonna have. So, we're gonna go ahead and plate this sucker up, finish up today's show. Got our wonderful plate. You know what? I think this one is gonna go to Chris. Chris, you can shake the camera, you can tell me. Big or small? He's going big. We're gonna go with a nice big piece for Chris. Reach on in. Oh, baby, look at all of this coming right on out. Oh, tell me you don't love that. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before and I will say it again. That is sexiness on a plate. My son's back there holding his heart going, I want a piece of that, baby. Right there, he wants that. We're gonna come on in. We're gonna take that plantains that we fried up, let them drain, and do a wonderful circle right around here. We cut these small so we can take these around. This, if you are ever in South Florida, especially in Miami, and you ever end up in a Hispanic party, there's a damn good chance that you're gonna end up with Imperial rice. And let me tell you right now, you can't get any better than this. Also, if you have a ton of leftovers, you wanna have some fun? I am a huge Star Wars fan, so is my family. They call me Darth Vader. My son and my daughter are 18 months apart, but they look like twins. So they were always Luke and Leia. If you ever actually went to my house, you would find lightsabers and autographs. And as a matter of fact, I actually bodyguarded Mark Hamill at one point. So, which is always something that I'm always very, very proud of. But we go ahead and we decided that if you have leftovers of these, let them cool. Next day, you have a ton of leftovers. Make mini Imperial rice balls. We call them Order 33s. For those of you that know Star Wars, Order 66 was the call for the end of the Jedis. Because they're mini, we call them Order 33s. You can take these, literally, get an ice cream scooper, scoop it, turn it into a rice ball, bread them, fry them up. Oh, baby, you be the life of the party. We're gonna add a little bit of parsley right on top of this. We need some color. We want some greenery on this baby. And I am Chef Paul from The Dancing Palette. You can find us on Instagram at The Dancing Palette. You can also find us online at thedancingpalette.com. Food is love. Love is memories. These have been mine, and make sure that you make your own. God bless. Much love. Good night.